Okay, I wanted to talk about what would happen when the world ends. What's going to happen to mankind if the world ended tomorrow? Would we need to relocate to another planet? Or would all human civilization just wipe out and die out? Now, scientists have been saying over the next 30 years, a meteor is going to be hitting the Earth, and this could destroy all human civilization, and it could wipe out the entire planet. This would mean we would need to relocate to another planet. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that the planet that we would have to relocate to would be Mars, because Mars is the closest planet to Earth. And the only way to survive on Mars is we would need to create greenhouses and plants on Mars in order to create oxygen in order to survive on Mars. I mean, if you ever saw that movie Mission to Mars, where this man he's stranded on Mars, and the only way he can survive, he takes some seeds and plants and he creates a greenhouse. And by creating this greenhouse, he's able to create enough oxygen in order to survive. So it's a possibility that people can survive on Mars. But if we had to relocate to Mars, they probably would only be able to take so many people. I'm pretty sure 90% of the population in this world will be wiped out if the meteor hits the Earth, or when the meteor is going to hit the Earth. But I think there's a way that people, you would have to transport all these millions of people to Mars in order to get them to this other planet. And I think most people would probably die out, because they probably would only take the most important people. The engineers, the doctors, the scientists. They're going to take people that way you can rebuild a whole nother planet, a whole nother civilization. There's no way you would be taking people that are just ordinary people. That's why I believe if a meteor were to hit the Earth, 99% of the population would be wiped out. I think only the 1 or 2% of the population of human beings would survive, and they would probably only transport the most important people to this other planet in order to create another civilization. Because they would need engineers in order to rebuild. They would need scientists in order to maintain everything, and they would need doctors in order to treat everybody's health. So those are probably the 3 groups of people that would be transported to this other planet. Now, scientists are saying when this meteor hits the Earth, it could destroy the whole world, because there's been a meteor that hit the Earth before. This is the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. When the meteor hit the Earth that wiped out the dinosaurs, it didn't destroy every living thing. It only wiped out all the land animals. And all the animals that were in the sea were able to survive. If you look at crocodiles and a lot of sea animals, a lot of these animals were able to survive after the meteor hit the Earth. The species that the meteor wiped out when it hit the Earth were the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs became extinct, and all the land animals at that time became extinct. Now, this could possibly happen again, where the meteor hits the Earth and it doesn't destroy the world, it just wipes out everything on land. So I mean, there's a possibility that mankind could possibly survive after the meteor hits the Earth. Now they're able to, with telescopes and scientific research, they're able to dictate when this meteor is going to hit the Earth. They can, with a telescope, they can spot the meteor headed towards the Earth 20 light years ahead of time. So that's why they speculate that it's probably going to take between 20 and 30 years for this meteor to hit the Earth. Now, if you ever read any Nostradamus books or looked at any Nostradamus predictions, Nostradamus predicted that the world would end sometime during this century. And a lot of his predictions have came true. He predicted the Holocaust. He predicted the 9/11 terrorist attacks. He predicted a lot of things and a lot of different events throughout the history of the world. And a lot of his predictions have became true. So I don't see why this prediction would not come true. I think it's a matter of time before this world ends. It probably won't happen in my lifetime or in your lifetime, but the world is going to end at some point in time. Whether it's 50 years from now or 100 years from now, it's going to end. And eventually, people are going to need to relocate to another planet. And I believe that only so many people will be able to relocate. They're probably going to leave behind 99% of the population, and they're probably only going to take the most important people. The most important people in order to rebuild a whole nother civilization. But this is something to talk about. It's a very interesting topic. Because if the meteor doesn't kill us, global warming is going to kill us. Because a lot of people don't realize what's causing global warming is that the sun is getting bigger. The bigger the sun gets, the more hotter the earth gets. And eventually it's gonna wipe out all the water on the planet. And all the water on the planet is gonna disappear. And once we lose water, there's no way we can survive on this planet anymore. That's what's really creating global warming. Once the sun gets so big, it's gonna wipe out the entire planet. And eventually this is gonna wipe out all mankind on this planet. That's why we're gonna have to relocate to another planet eventually.